I want to see how long it takes before somebody shows up with me just sitting alone, as close as I can get to being alone. Yeah, not even 5 minutes. I was trying to record the sound. Of course, the device shut off. All they would have to do is pulse it. Just pulse. In my house, I could not make a phone call. Every time I tried, it would get cut off. I just thought I had bad service in the house. Then they broke in. Then I didn't even have service on the phone. I buy a new phone, get a new plan. I'll give it to anyone except my ex's new girlfriend, which was really stupid. And within 2 phone calls, boop, that phone number was gone. I did that over and over and over and over again, just trying to get a functioning, working phone that was not being hacked. I had calls, expected calls from lawyers who claimed to call me back, and I didn't know. My calls were forwarded to someone named Susie Cho, or it was listed as Susie Cho, in West Virginia. How do you find that out? Go online, go on YouTube, look up SSH codes. That lets you know if your calls are being forwarded. Could have been Susie Cho, could have been just a name they put for a placeholder, and guess where? West Virginia. If you know, you know. Figure it out. Unfortunately, we all have to do our own homework. They made it blatantly obvious that it wasn't all in my head when they put a U.S. government pen in my own bed, and I didn't mean to rhyme, and I used to do that as a survival tactic, but apparently that's just one of the programs. And you have to actively work hard to not do what they're trying to make you do. You know, I Dr. Seuss, I sang, whatever it was, to vent. Because it is normal for a human to vent when somebody is pissing them off. And you should be able to vent in your own car, in your own home, in your own mind. But suddenly with this, every thought you have is a criminal action. You sweep the floor, oh, she's scrying. I didn't know what scrying was. Oh, they're gonna cut off her water. Oh, whatever. Go to leave the house, guess what's on my doorknob? A hang tag to cut off my water. And the Ring doorbell showed that police did come to the house. I don't know if they came before or after that hang tag. It'd be really interesting if that hang tag was from them, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be? There's some weird things that I noticed, like a smell of gas, and then I tell the gas company I smell a leak, and they're like, no, that's normal, that's from your water heater. I've been there 5 years, that wasn't happening before, and that was right below my bedroom. So I started shutting things off, just to see if I still smell it. And I think that's when they had to break in, because they were on my own technology, my own stupid cameras. And when I started hitting breaker switches, if they were plugged into my own power, which I think they were, then I shut off their devices without knowing it, just trying to figure out what is this buzzing noise and how do I stop it? And you go looking for the noise, and of course I go outside, I shut my breakers off, and of course there's Ring doorbells all around. So, and this just happened to be when the police department announced a collaboration with Ring, that the footage would go directly to them so they can watch. And they're looking for anything unusual. So me going outside and hitting my breakers is a clue. Your water bill going up is a clue, because you're hearing something on the water. It's in the air. You run a vacuum, your refrigerator sounds weird, You're just trying to get some peace and quiet. I don't know where you can go where you can just get quiet. You can't even go to a library and have it be quiet. There's the buzzing of the lights, there's the children, there's the... People aren't quiet anymore. Years before this, I went to a college and I sat in an empty classroom. It's not quiet. Buzzing all the time. Because what they're doing when they do these 5G things, and they're burying lines underground. So yeah, it really does carry underground. I'm stupidly telling people at Home Depot, like, my HVAC unit is leaking, when I tried to get help somebody on Facebook that I never met. I hadn't discussed anything else about my house, just posted a picture of the leaking HVAC unit, and somebody gets on there and says, oh yeah, that's what happens when you smoke meth. So imagine you don't have any intel, you've never had any experience with any of these things, you're just going about life fixing things, thinking it's the breaks of life. Washing machine breaks, fix it. Car breaks, fix it. Oh, this thing, when you come home, your bathtub's running and flooding your house, so that raised your water bill. Fix it. By the grace of God, that water went through the garage, through the wall to the garage, and didn't destroy anything except some cardboard. By the grace of God, because you know they were trying to flood the entire house. Just a coincidence, right? A neighbor happened to mention, oh, I had to get new flooring because my kid, he overflowed the bathtub. So the same thing happened at his house, and you blame the kid. See, that was the beautiful thing about living alone. You know what you know. When you leave the house, things are where you put them and where they belong. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes in and you don't have a roommate, you don't have this, you don't have that. You love being alone because you know where your stuff is, or at least you used to. They found some Bible scriptures. They presumed they're mine. I had a lot of things in my house that weren't mine, for various reasons, which I'm not going to confirm to them right now. So they started leaving these scriptures around the house. Because, yes, I was believing, but I wasn't reading. And when I'm feeling gas, guess what scripture they found? These were in the back of a cabinet. My mother used to, I guess, pull these cards out, and it's like a scripture a day or something. And this one said, I give my beloved sleep. Yeah, when I was being knocked out with something. I'd stay awake trying to catch whoever it is that's breaking in my house. Yes, I heard something on the roof or in the attic. Never been in there before. Been there for years. It's not an average normal sound your pets react to, so it's not in your head. Of course, you're not telling anybody, because what are you going to say to the police? Oh, I keep hearing a thump on the roof. Oh, do they care? No. Not at all. You can already see where that plot goes. You call the police, this got moved, that got moved. Like, really? You're going to call us because your keys are missing? Maybe you forgot them. Yeah. I changed the locks. And the keys that I was missing when I came home within 30 minutes, because you don't want to leave your stuff unattended. You don't know who's breaking in. Those keys are in the middle of my, I say, 1,000 square feet living room. Just like somebody threw them in the house. Like, oh, we changed the locks, look, we got back in. I got really good at changing locks. Because God forbid you can't find your keys and you leave your door unlocked. Then it's, oh, what, did you forget to lock the door? When I made my very first call to the police because cash was stolen, phones were stolen, I'm stupidly thinking they want to resell these things. No, they wanted the data. They want to go in your house and put a cord on all the devices and withdraw the data. Then they have all your information, all your contacts, all your nudes, all your information. Illegally. Whoever it was. They wouldn't come anywhere near my house. They suggested I get a roommate. And they gave me a psychiatrist card on the very first call. It still took me a good 6 months to realize, like, that's weird. I need to file this report for my insurance. Oh, we don't see anything. They didn't look at any window, any door. 5 bedrooms, they didn't check. I had one room locked that I couldn't get in. I knew where the key was. The key no longer was there. This police officer got on their walkie-talkie and they said, she doesn't have their key to that room. Wait, who are they talking to? I guess that could have been part of the slaps from the very beginning. I don't know. And then I go on to tell them, oh yeah, I disabled the garage door. And again, she gets on her little walkie-talkie on her shoulder. She disabled the garage door. I was so stressed that I didn't question that at all. They're asking who my internet provider is, who my cell phone provider is, but they're not taking a report. Don't want to know. I have driver's license stolen. I have credit cards stolen, cash stolen, items stolen. And they're acting like, and they said, do you take any medication? So from the very first call, tell me that's not a plot. But I still, for a good 6 months, believe that these people are helpful and solve crime. So when I caught handprints and footprints in the house, I'm like, I got this. Call him. With an old phone that I could only call 911 with. Oh, they were livid. What's your phone number? I don't have one. How are you calling us? I have an old phone that I can call 911 with. Oh, well, and they were just so, what's the word? Antagonistic. And, we're standing with somebody. This is how they treat victims? Really? Officer shows up, took their sweet time this time because it was late. I show her the footprint at the front door. She proceeds to wipe it away with her foot. What are you doing? That's evidence. Oh, yeah, I have body camera. What? That doesn't make any sense. I have fingerprints in my attic. I've never been in the attic before. Oh, well, you can take a picture of those fingerprints if you want to. What? I thought they collect evidence on home invasions and... No, I could never get one single police report from these people. So after that point, I knew, and remember, I didn't mention anything about things getting moved. I only tried to report the facts. This stolen, this stolen, this stolen. They wouldn't or shouldn't have known any other weirdo stuff. At that point, I hadn't noticed people following me around, but yes, my orders were being canceled and I was forced to go in stores. And yes, I was being monitored. They can watch all the cameras. They don't have to be in person. But then they do their Truman Show thing to make it obvious to you, and you leave one store and you randomly choose another, and the same people in a different outfit are just lingering around you. But you're not supposed to notice. And what are you gonna do? Call the police and say, look, they were in this store, and then I randomly chose this other store, and now they're just lurking around me. Oh, my neighbors, yeah, your neighbors go shopping too.